Memphis will get the first possession. Now look at Memphis's starting group. Prince is the 3 and Randolph the 4. Conley and Lee, they're the backcourt. And it's Gasol and at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here's Lee. 6 to shoot. Shot from 12. It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Again, the miss by Lee.
And the defense did just enough to throw him off that shot.
Harris kicks to Payton. Oladipo, the pass to Payton. Back to Oladipo. Harris outside. Shoots. Vucevic trying to get open. Harris misses.
Marc Gasol, the 2013 Defensive Player of the Year. Some question that selection, including me. But after you evaluate what he meant to that team defensively and how good he was individually and in the team concept, no argument anymore.
Prince's shot is good. Grizzlies on defense. Now Payton up top, Oladipo. Shot is no good. Good D by Lee.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Outside Randolph. Gasol, a screen on Vucevic. Lee dishes to Gasol. Hits the jump hook.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
And the Magic with possession. Searching for their first points of the game. Oladipo, the pass to Payton. Vucevic down low. He's up against Gasol. Shot clock at 5. Payton kicks to Oladipo. Takes the 3. And that one's good. Oladipo's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Payton against Conley. Now here's Randolph. Defense right on him. That drops. Randolph's got his first basket.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Now here's Payton. Dishes it to Oladipo. Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. The feet to Vucevic. From 16 feet away.
Vucevic for 10 mid-range jump shots we see from him today.
Memphis leading. Outside Conley. Feeds to Gasol. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Looked like they found the soft spot in the defense there.
Orlando, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Vucevic is screen on Conley. Payton dishes to Harris. Some nice ball movement by the Magic.
Well, quite an interesting upbringing for Victor Oladipo. His mother and father immigrated from Nigeria. They ingrained a great work ethic in their children. But his father in particular didn't really approve of his son's focus on basketball. But Victor was undeterred.
At the line,
and Oladipo growing up the only son among
Victor
4 children.
Oladipo.
Strict, somewhat distant father. In a lot of ways, his coaches and teammates became a kind of second family, and he latched onto his coaches for guidance.
That free throw good from Oladipo. And the story goes that Oladipo, in his sophomore year in high school, broke his foot. And Clark, rather than stay home, he went to practices and ran the scoreboard, even swept the gym, I'm told.
Yeah, he said he didn't want the coaches to forget about him, Kevin. Just a true gym rat mentality, and that's part of the reason he's played as well as he has in the NBA.
Oladipo hits them both. Victor Oladipo, the second overall pick in last year's draft out of Indiana, viewed as a can't-miss prospect for his combination of athleticism and work ethic and defensive potential. And you caught a lot of his games in college, and now you see what he's doing as a pro.
Well, you know, he was also favored to win Rookie of the Year, and really like everything about Oladipo. His attitude, his work ethic, his skill level. There was some question as to whether or not he was big enough to be a two-guard, and he's shown that he's actually fairly comfortable running the point, and his skill level is pretty good. We talked about him maybe being favored in the year. That honor actually went to Michael Carter-Williams, NCW. Nonetheless, Oladipo had a strong first year.
Here is Conley. The Magic getting the bucket. Randolph inside. Guarded by Fry. And again, it's Zach Randolph.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Now here's Payton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Clock at 6. Here's Harris. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Payton can't get it to go.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
In low to lead. It's hauled in by Harris.
And this is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
The kick out to Oladipo. He dishes it to Harris. He feeds it to Payton. Back to Harris. A second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Grizzlies have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Conley kicks to Randolph. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Randolph's got 8 points.
You know, offensively, his quarter has been perfect. Not a single missed shot. They got to keep riding him.
Payton passes to Vucevic. Vucevic setting the pick for Harris. A baseline J. Good. Vucevic has got his second basket.
He should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. The Magic, Steve, a team that 6 years ago was playing in the NBA Finals, but a full-on rebuild is taking place in Orlando.
Yeah, the departure of Dwight Howard kind of set that process in motion, and now trying to build with young talent, being very patient, and you know, they've put some good pieces in place. They've got to continue their strong work, though.
Grizzlies have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Conley kicks to Gasol. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Gasol's got 6.
And, you know, when you think about the Orlando Magic building patiently through the draft, kind of the Oklahoma City model, the front office of the Magic run by people who worked in OKC and the Spurs organization before that. So, they want to build this team right. That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Conley against Payton. Conley dishes to Lee. Outside Randolph. And that one's good.
Zach Randolph.
10 points for him.
You know, for the Magic, initially people thought they really got the short end of the stick in the Dwight Howard trade, but in hindsight, they did quite well. They've acquired some nice young pieces, some draft picks, and I think looking forward, the Magic are actually in a pretty good position.
Here's Oladipo after the made shot from Zach Randolph. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps
Still
possession.
Magic ball.
Gordon's checked in for Channing Frye.
5 seconds on the shot clock. 5. Substitution for the Magic. Aaron Gordon.
And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
Still Magic ball.
Pass. That's just an awful turnover.
5 seconds on the shot clock. 5.
Clock at 4. The wide open look here for Oladipo. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Oladipo's got 10 points. Conley kicks to Randolph. From the wing. Here's Gasol. Rebounded by Vucevic. Orlando's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Broke loose. Lee with the steal. Pass to Conley. Gasol, a screen on Oladipo. Unloads from 9, and there's
Marc
Gasol.
Gasol.
That's good on the assist by Lee. 8 points for Marc Gasol.
Off to a really solid start. He's knocked down 4 of his first 5 shots.
Payton kicks to Vucevic. Vucevic is screen on Lee. Oladipo. And again, it's Orlando.
Victor Oladipo.
So it's the Grizzlies now. Outside Conley. Oladipo against Lee. Looks for Randolph. Gets it to him. Up and in from the low block.
Assisted.
Randolph's got 12.
And that makes 6 out of 7 shooting the ball here, so he is off to a blazing start.
Payton outside. Harris a screen on Conley. And it's Harris off the drive. That's it. Coming
Tobias
off an
Harris,
assist
2
from
points.
Payton. Harris has got the game tied up here for the Magic.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Alfred Payton out of the University of Louisiana in Lafayette, which normally is not a feeder school for the NBA. He didn't get the same level of exposure. His size and athleticism at the point guard spot is really hard to ignore. He's one of the real sleepers in this year's draft, and as I like to say, doesn't make any difference where you play. If you have game, it will travel.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Vucevic. Harkless comes in for Tobias Harris. Ben Gordon's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Payton. Now here's Randolph. 12 points for him. They double-team Randolph. Shot clock at 2. And Payton shot up draft boards. Ended up going number 10. The Magic hoping he's their starting point guard for the future.
Love what this guy brings to the table. I know he was unheralded and not highly visible coming out of Louisiana Lafayette, but this guy passed it. He's got really good ability to defend, excellent athleticism. This guy will be in the running for Rookie of the Year.
Zach Randolph.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Now here's Ridnour. Gordon with a screen on Conley. Ridnour passes to Gordon. That's good. And it's Ridnour picking up the assist.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Here's Allen. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Randolph sets a screen for Conley. Randolph dishes to Allen. Here's Conley. Orlando grabs the miss.
And I don't really like that shot. He can make it occasionally, but to me, that's too deep.
And that definitely wasn't one of them.
Conley against Ridnour. Right wing. Here's Harkless. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Here's Randolph. Again, Memphis.
Zach Randolph.
What a start to this game. He's only missed 1 shot in 9 attempts. Unreal.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Ridnour kicks to Gordon. And there's the pass to Ridnour. Harkless with it. Carter on him. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's O'Quinn. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing
At the
2 free
line,
throws.
shooting 2.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint
Hey,
and drawing the
O'Quinn.
contact. They'll take that.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, they don't expect a lot from him at the foul line. He was in that range below 70% last season.
And because he struggled with his free throw shooting so much last season, I thought he was hesitant at times to be aggressive. Wasn't looking to draw contact and was trying to avoid getting to the foul line.
The Grizzlies, grit and grind, known for being old school. Post you up and lock you down type of basketball team.
Yeah, and that front court rotation, boy, the envy of the league, in my opinion. It's a big part of what makes this team really go.
Nick Calathis, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Second free throw, no good.
But guys, for the Grizzlies, a new ownership group, and it seems maybe some tweaks to their identity. They look to spread the floor a bit more and pick up the tempo. The results last season were pretty mixed.
Now here's Randolph. He's got 16. Pass to Calathis. Back to Allen. The dish to Randolph. Harkless with the steal. Inside. And there's Ridnour. That's good on the assist by Harkless. Ridnour's got his first 2 points. 7 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Carter inside the three-point line. Magic leading by 3. So on the 4 for Memphis. Nick Calathis is out there with Allen. And there's Carter. Then there's Kufis. And it's Prince in at the 4 spot. Gordon kicks it to Ridnour. Passes it to Harkless. The shot is off. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Here's Calathis. He's guarded by Ridnour. Carter, the pass to Calathis. Back to Carter. 16 feet away, and it's blocked by Gordon. Now, here's Ridnour. Back to Gordon. Kicks to Harkless. 6 on the shot clock. No good. Good work defensively by Carter. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Calathis dishes to Carter. There's a screen. Kicks it out to Allen. The feed to Kufis. Lets the 3 fly. And Vince Carter good for 3. Carter's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Memphis.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And the basket by Gordon. And for Memphis, they're shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting at all cylinders. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, Memphis coach Dave Yeager paid dues for years coaching in the minor leagues. But he did more than coach. He was the GM, ticket vendor, business manager, and halftime act. He said he loved the passion and spirit of that work, but there were also tough times. Guys, those struggles helped prepare him for where he is today.
A long road, but he's here now. Thanks, Doris. And it's the Magic with the ball, following the score by Memphis. Good. And the assist goes to Ridnour. Ridnour's got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. They gave him a wide open look there.
Here's Calathis. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. He kicks to Carter. They set the pick. Here's Allen, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Channing Fries checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Harris comes in for Harkless. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Ben Gordon. And it's Payton in for Luke Ridnour. Then for the Grizzlies, Gasol comes in for Kufis, and it's Adams in for Carter.
The theme that has unfortunately come up for this Orlando franchise is their inability to keep franchise talent for long. Of course, you think both about Shaq and Dwight Howard.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Calathis, covered by Payton. Here's Prince. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Dishes it to Payton. Here's the screen. And blocked. Adams right side. And so he ends a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
You have to give credit to the Grizzlies for being right in the playoff race to the very end last season. Certainly, nobody wanted to see them in the first round.
Boy, you said the Grizzlies were the team that nobody wanted to see in the first round, and they showed why with a great series against the Thunder.
Well, they took the Thunder to 7 games. They actually had a 3-2 advantage in that series, but couldn't pull it off. Still a great showing for the Grizzlies as that 7 seed.
Mike Conley's checked in for the Grizzlies. And so Adams nails both of them.
And at the free throw line, it's all about consistency with him. Same routine, same stroke.
Payton outside. Feeds it to Harris. With the teardrop, that's good. Harris has got 8. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Conley kicks to Allen. Gasol, a screen on Harris. Allen drives in. Gasol, terrific design on the pick play. He lays it in.
Tony Allen.
10 points for him.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Nicholson's shot is off. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Payton against Conley. Here's Gasol. That's in there. Conley with the assist. 12 points for Marc Gasol.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Payton kicks to Harris. The baseline J. Shot's good.
Tobias Harris.
Height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that.
Pass to Gasol. And it's Memphis with another.
Marc
You know,
Gasol.
he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Payton outside. Harris a screen on Conley. Harris with it. Conley picks him up. Payton kicks to Harris. Shot clock at 6. And he makes good on the way.
Tobias Harris.
Harris has got it all tied up now for Orlando.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Prince, the pass to Gasol. Conley dishes to Prince. Out to Conley. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Orlando's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Payton right side. Back to Harris. And Prince comes to help.
That's a jump ball.
And so here's Orlando. And Adams kicks to Conley. He dishes it to Prince. Gasol setting the pick for Prince. He feeds it to Gasol. Prince the pass to Adams. Misses the three. Orlando, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Payton drives in. Here's Nicholson. Stolen by Conley. And here is Adams. Conley left side. And the pass to Gasol. Right block shot. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Timeout match. Orlando
timeout in the game.
He's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? Really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
Mike Conley, has never been an all-star, but certainly in the conversation as a two-way player who's been a cornerstone for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Vucevic checked in for Orlando. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Lee's checked in for Tony Allen. Orlando trailing here. Payton outside. The dish to Vucevic. Payton kicks to Oladipo. The shot by Payton. Hits from the high post. And for Conley, drafted 4th overall after 1 season at Ohio State. He's gotten better and better, Clark, with each passing season in the NBA.
And that's testament to his work ethic and his approach to getting better. Last season was his best yet, but the scoring while maintaining his efficiency, I think he continues to have much better basketball ahead of him.
Shooting from Memphis.
The Grizzlies last season acquiring
Taking 2 shots.
Clark in a trade with the Celtics.
You know, they were in a bit of a catch-22 type situation. They had athletic wing defenders and long-range shooters, but they didn't have a lot of players who could do both. So they got Courtney Lee, and he's played big minutes for him because he can do both.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Randolph has checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And Courtney Lee acquired in exchange for Jared Bayless. He started as mostly a corner three-point shooter, but he's expanded his range and now can shoot from pretty much anywhere along the arc.
Now here's Oladipo. 14 points for him. The wide open look here for Vucevic.
Vucevic for 2.
Vucevic has got 6. Conley kicks to Gasol. Left side, Randolph. And foul tall as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And you talk about Courtney Lee shooting. Come on now. Excellent numbers last season from the field, the arc,
Shooting from
and the free
Memphis.
throw line.
Zach
Arguably
Randolph
his best
taking 2
season yet
shots.
overall.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
You know, one other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
Free throw drops for Randolph.
Randolph has been superb. He's got 17 points and 1 rebound.
Pretty much unguardable out there. He has just been fantastic in this game.
Oh, it's been a stupendous performance, no doubt.
Gordon's checked in for Channing Frye. Good on both.
Zach Randolph is a terrific rebounder and scorer. In his prime, you could just mark up 20 points and 12 rebounds a night, every night. Well, he's a little bit on the downside now, but still a player you've got a game plan for.
Now here's Oladipo. He's got 14. Vucevic dishes to Oladipo. 5 to shoot. Lee with the block. And now here comes Conley leading the break. Here's Adams. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Harris. And Randolph, now 33 years old, had that knee injury a couple seasons back.
Yeah, his rebounding remains excellent, but we've seen his scoring wane just a bit, both in volume and the percentages. Not quite the go-to scorer he was a few years back, but still very effective player.
Conley gets to Gasol. 14 feet away, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 5 assists in the game. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, gentlemen, Courtney Lee, acquired by the Grizzlies last season in a trade with the Celtics. And his teammate Mike Conley has put it, Courtney was a huge, huge piece. People overlook him, but it's key that he's able to stretch the court for us. It gives Zach and Mark more space, and he can definitely lock up defensively. Kevin?
He's been a great fit as a two-way player on the perimeter, too, Doris. Thanks.
You can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Gordon, the pass to Payton. Kicks it to Harris. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Oladipo dishes to Harris. Payton drives in. Randolph grabs the board. Randolph's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Lee kicks to Conley. Conley left side. Lee passes to Conley. Conley left side. With the second effort, and Gasol lays it in. Gasol's got 22.
They've owned the offensive glass here in the second.
Yeah, they're really trying to make a point of getting inside the paint and getting after
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Back to Oladipo. Pass to Harris. Payton outside. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
Yeah,
Still
so
Magic
close to
ball.
picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Harkless is checked in for Tobias Harris. Gordon comes in for Oladipo. And Luke Rittenauer subbed in for Payton. Kubas checked in for Memphis. Carter comes in for Adams. Vucevic dishes to Harkless. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Randolph sets a screen for Conley. Floats one up, but he stays with it. Carter outside. Passes to Lee. Fires for 3. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Now it's out on call by Orlando.
That was really revitalized this season late in the year, but they dropped a lot of games against the East early on.
In my hand, fans, your Magic Dancers.
.124 left to play here in the half. The Grizzlies would rally later in the year, Clark, as you were saying, some losses to the East last year that they would want back.
Yeah, no question about it. Every team in the league wants games back they lose. We can't recapture them, though. Memphis no different. They had some injury issues, though. Mark Gasol out for a while, and that really disrupted their rhythm. But late in the season, as you said, they were right on track.
The Magic trail by 10. .105 left in the first half. Kupas with the block.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Nice shot by Randolph.
The assist, Michael Conley.
50 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Rittenauer against Conley. Rittenauer kicks to Harkless. There's the feed to Gordon. Dishes to Rittenauer. 5 on the clock. Another miss by Orlando.
Boy, they're trailing in this game, and they're starting to settle for jumpers offensively.
Well, that's fine, but you can't really count on those to go. I think they should be fighting their way inside for higher percentage looks.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
Harkless the pass to Gordon. That's good on the jump shot. Gordon's got 7 points for the quarter. Just 4 seconds left in the second quarter. And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Grizzlies leading by 10. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. The Magic trail by 10 at the 2 and 3. It's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Ryan Vucevic are the power forward and center. And it's Payton in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half. Here's Vucevic. And counting 2-12 with a chance for one more at the free throw line. Well, the Magic part still, no doubt, a bit stung over losing Dwight Howard, but they managed to get back a promising young pivot in Vucevic.
Yeah, he really is a nice player. He's already a double-double machine. He's improving with each season and showing more and more confidence as a scorer. I think this guy is going to be one of the better big guys in the league for a long time.
And Vucevic substantially improved as a foul shooter, going from 53% his rookie season to the mid-70s last year. And he should capitalize on that, looking to be aggressive drawing contact.
Now here is Conley, looking for his first basket still in this shot. Prince's shot is good.
For 3.
Boy, Gasol with a punishing pick that time.
Payton kicks to Oladipo. Vucevic dishes to Payton. That's good.
And Vucevic is really comfortable stepping outside. Over 40% of his shots come from outside the paint. He's quite capable of knocking those down.
Now here is Conley. The jump hook, and Gasol gets it to go. Gasol's got 24.
I'll tell you, he's really carrying a lot of the load offensively, and that's almost always good news for them.
Payton outside. Oladipo, the pass to Payton. He kicks it to Harris. 6 to shoot. Feeds it to Vucevic. 11 feet away. It's rebounded by Memphis. Lee's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
Gasol, that's in there.
Marc
Conley
Gasol.
with the assist.
Assist from
Conley's
Michael
got
Conley.
9 assists in the game. Great passing. The Magic trail by 12. Payton kicks to Harris. Harris setting the pick for Oladipo. Harris dishes to Oladipo. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Payton. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Tayshaun Prince.
First personal
Well, the
foul.
bottom third of the East usually gets pummeled by the West, and last year the Magic were definitely part of that.
Shooting 2.
As you said, it's hard enough playing the West as a low-end East team. And the Magic felt that last year. 6 total wins for them against the West.
The first free throw is good. And guys, there was a clear case of the haves and have-nots last year in the East, and the Magic were part, unfortunately, of the have-nots.
And most of that is due to the fact that they're relatively young. They're trying to rebuild a team that can compete in the playoffs. So they're on that journey, and when you're talented but young, it takes a little while.
No good on the second free throw.
Well, Marc Gasol missed some time last season with injury, but you can see just how important he is to a team when he's gone. The Grizzlies were nowhere near as imposing when he was sidelined by injury.
Now here's Lee, back to Prince, out to the right wing. Here's Randolph, rebounded by Vucevic.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Payton passes to Vucevic. Vucevic's screen on Lee. And Oladipo kicks to Payton. Lee against Oladipo. From about 16, shot's good.
Victor Oladipo with the
Oladipo's
shot.
got 16 points.
And for Marc Gasol, last season, grade 2 MCL sprain. No surgery required. He did miss 20 games while recovering. Memphis struggled during his absence.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. And last season for Marc Gasol, a bit of a downtrend.
His rebounding fell off a bit, as did his shooting percentages. We'll see how he bounces back this season.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Jacques Vaughn said to the team. He wants to see renewed effort from them on the offensive glass. He talked about the second chance points that are out there if they work for them. He told them also they should be swarming to the basket at the offensive end. He wants a lot of bodies inside. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Now a timeout called
Orlando
by
timeout.
Well, good teams tend to have a defined style of play. Steve, the Grizzlies had grit and grind, but it seems they're going away from it now.
Kind of a throwback style, Kevin, but it suited their personnel perfectly, particularly with
Magic
Randolph and
Dancers.
Gasol down low. The slower pace lent itself to better defense for them, and they really pounded you inside, that's for sure.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Oladipo. He dishes it to Harris. Payton kicks to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Prince with the defensive effort.
And you know, the Grizzlies got swept in the Western Conference Finals back in 2013 because the Spurs just packed it in defensively. And I really think that was the impetus for the Grizzlies looking to try to play a more wide-open style. You know, even though that season in 2013 was, as a whole, the best ever for the franchise, it did expose their weaknesses and gave them something to work with.
Now here's Payton. 5 points in the game. Here's Vucevic, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, last season it took the Grizzlies some time to get going. New head coach, the injury to Marc Gasol, but they added some shooting and athleticism on the wings and really rallied strongly
At the
towards the end of the
line,
year.
shooting 2.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Grizzlies.
You know, something that stood out to me all game long has been the skill they've shown in the low post. I mean, it's special.
And they're getting the ball inside, which is what I like. High percentage shots down on the block and in the paint area.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Nikola Vucevic has a basketball pedigree. I mean, it's pretty impressive. His father played professionally in Europe for more than 2 decades, including for the Yugoslavian national team. His mother was a player as well. So you might say his DNA was set up to play the game.
And that one's good. And now 24 points for Zach Randolph.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Vucevic just screen on Conley. Payton drives in. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And Vucevic, a growing celebrity in his native Montenegro, building on his family's basketball legacy.
Yeah, Vucevic, perhaps not a household name yet in the United States, but the way he's begun his career may not be the case for long.
Now here's Payton after the Marcus Owens. Here's Harris. The rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got 7 rebounds in the game. Prince kicks to Lee. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Lee's got 6 points.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Conley against Payton. The pass to Gasol. From 7, and the basket good. Gasol's got the lead up to 13 now for the Grizzlies.
And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two teams.
Defensively, the intensity just hasn't been there. They've got to pick up the pace.
Now, here's Fry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Payton kicks to Oladipo. Lee with the steal. Here's Prince. He has 5. Conley with it. Back to Gasol. And that's going to be a travel.
The one reason they're on top right now is that they haven't done a whole lot of what just happened. A couple times that they've given the ball away.
And the Magic making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in. Memphis also making some changes. Tony Allen's checked in for Randolph. Adams comes in for Lee. And it's Nick Calathis in for Mike Conley. The Magic trail by 13. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
You know, he just isn't pleased at all with the looks they've given up defensively inside. So I think this timeout is all about trying to get his group to tighten up defensively.
They just don't look very sharp to me on the defensive side.
In the hand fans, your Magic Dancers.
Now Harris, 12 points for him. That's tipped. It's stolen by Allen. And Adams kicks to Calathis. He feeds it to Gasol. Adams outside. Misses the 3. The Magic have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And Oladipo kicks to O'Quinn. Good ball movement here by the Magic. There's the dish to Harris. Shot clock at 6. 13 feet away. The Grizzlies pull it in. Gasol's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. Calathis kicks to Prince. Gasol setting the pick for Prince. Adams dishes to Gasol. The 8-footer can't hit. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. They push it up 4 on 3. Harris with it. Guarded now by Tayshaun Prince. Harris kicks to Fry. Back to Harris. Up top, Oladipo. 18 points for him. That drops.
Victor Oladipo with the shot.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
Kicks it to Gasol. It's tipped and stolen by Fry. Payton passes to Oladipo. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Coathis dishes to Allen. Gasol a screen. The drive by Allen. It's Gasol missing. The Magic trail by 11. Payton kicks the Fry. Back to Payton. Pass to Oladipo. Out to the wing. 4 on the shot clock. And the basket by Harris.
The turnaround jumper, guys, is one of those shots that always just looks so good. I mean, it's got that nice, smooth, singular motion. Sweet.
Now here's Allen. Gasol, a screen on Harris. Left side, Adams fires the 3. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harris with it. Guarded now by Tayshaun Prince. Fades. Goes back up. And the shot is good. The Grizzlies are cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from O'Quinn.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Now, here's Adams. Allen kicks to Coathis. Allen in the post. Guarded by Oladipo. Allen, that's good. Tony Allen.
He's not their first option, but not a bad fallback either.
The Magic have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half. Up to this point, going 7 of 14. Oladipo, the pass to Payton. The feed now to O'Quinn. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Kyle O'Quinn in his 3rd season out of Norfolk State, 6'10", but with a 7'5" wingspan and the strength to hold his own at the pivot. He has shown some promise for a player taken in the 2nd round.
At the line, shooting
And
2.
O'Quinn, a relatively ground-bound, big-time athlete.
Yeah, and very foul-prone defensively, in part because of that lack of athleticism, but he has shown the ability to knock down the mid-range jump shot. He's a hard worker, a quality young man, good rebounder and shot blocker. I think he's got a chance to be one of those guys that plays a long time and makes a nice contribution in the league.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Gordon's checked in for Fry. Maurice Harkless comes in for Harris. Gordon's checked in for Oladipo. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Payton. Both good from the line that time.
You really have to like the work they put in at the free throw line here in the half. I mean, they've been really aggressive in drawing fouls, and then they've been able to knock down their free throws.
Here's Coathis, looking for his first basket still in this one. Puts up the baby hook. Here's Prince, passes to Koufos. Allen outside. 1:11 left in the 3rd. Here's Koufos. Prince trying to free himself up, and it's Koufos missing. The Magic trail by 7. Here's Ridnour. Dishes it to Harkless. Let's go. The Grizzlies pull it in. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. 2 points.
They desperately needed to get things turned around. They were able to do it and claw their way back in.
And they fed off their defense just as much as their offense in putting this run together.
Here's Coathis. There's the screen. Carter dishes it to Koufos. Allen outside. Out to Carter from deep. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Carter's got 6. 23 seconds left to play in the 3rd. And here is Ridnour. Outside Gordon. Lets it go with the 3. Tayshaun Prince with the rebound. Here's Coathis. Got it off in time, but it's no good. moment here to look back at our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, no question this was going to be the winner. Just take a look at the expertise he shows on this pass. Perfectly timed and beautifully placed.
And the Grizzlies leading by 8. So on the 4 for Memphis. Randolph and Kufis are inside. Conley and Lee, they're the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 3 spot. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, you look at Costa Kufis, drafted 23rd in 2008 by Utah after just 1 year at Ohio State. Kind of drifted around. Started in Denver. Last season he played valuable minutes for Memphis when Marc Gasol went out. I think he's maybe found a home there.
Taking 2 shots.
And Kufis, a nice compliment to Marc Gasol, backing up that center position.
Well, Gasol, has that size to battle bigger centers inside, and then, Kufis, who can at times struggle in strength matchups, really has great quickness. So an excellent defender for a 7-footer, defending pick and rolls, the versatility to make rotations, slide across the lane and get rebounds. This guy's a very good backup center in the league.
And Kufis drops them both.
Well, Costa Kufis was a player the Grizzlies had coveted for a couple of seasons. They ended up trading Terrell Arthur for him. And I like what they got. A starting caliber center, good value on his contract, excellent defender. Really good trade for Memphis.
Now here's Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Knocks down the step back Jay. And so it's Memphis with it. They're leading by 8. Conley kicks to Kufis. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Memphis moving that ball around. Randolph. Second shot opportunity. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
And Kufis, a great rebounder, has a nice hook shot to score inside.
Yeah, he's not really a floor spacer. He's not a guy that's going to step out and knock down deep perimeter shots, even though he does have European heritage as a player and a man. But he did have a great field goal percentage in Denver, and we'll see if he can get back to that kind of shooting in Memphis.
The first free throw is good.
The Magic are still clearly in the process of rebuilding, but sooner or later, and I think it'll be sooner, they'll be looking to get back into the playoffs with the kind of talent they've started to collect.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Victor Oladipo comes in for Gordon, and it's Payton in for Luke Ridnow. And Kufis drops them both. And with the Magic 2 consecutive years now, Steve, where they've been beaten out of the playoffs, but that could change soon.
Well, this franchise has had so much success since it started. A 2-year absence from the playoffs seems like a drought for them. In fact, 4 years is the longest they've ever gone without making the playoffs, and that was when they were actually formed in 1989.
Here is Conley. Following the bucket by Orlando. He kicks to Randolph. Gordon with the defensive effort. The Magic trail by 8. Oladipo, the pass to Payton. Oladipo with the ball. And it's Carter picking him up. Payton kicks to Oladipo. Here's Harkless. On the 3 off target.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he was going ice cold here.
Now here is Conley. Feeds it to Kufis. Shot from a low block. That's good. Kufis has got 6 in the quarter.
Yes,
It's like the defense kind of backed off him and he took advantage.
Here's Payton. He dishes it to Oladipo. Inside to Vucevic. Can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Payton against Conley. Pass to Lee. Lots of room. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And it's a 12-point Grizzly lead.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
And it's Vucevic missing. And it's Carter penetrating. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Conley. That's blocked. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Payton gets to Vucevic. Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. Harkless dishes to Oladipo. A fader. Good.
Oladipo with the shot.
How huge has he been, giving his team a lift?
Without his work offensively, Steve, I don't know where they'd be. Shooting in great efficiency. I don't think they'd have a chance without him.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. Harris checked in for Maurice Harkless. Marc Gasol has checked in for Memphis. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. He said, we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Now here is Conley. The pass to Lee. Right side, Randolph. Releases. And again, Memphis, no good.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Oladipo with a screen on Conley. Payton passes to Oladipo. Back to Payton. Harris against Carter. And it's Harris off the drive. Good on the shot.
Tobias Harris.
The lead to single digits. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Conley kicks to Carter. Gasol, a screen on Harris. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Carter outside. He feeds it to Randolph. Stolen by Gordon. Payton outside. There's the screen. He tries for 3. Shot is off. And the Grizzlies going the other way now.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Conley kicks to Randolph. Left side, Randolph. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Randolph. 30 points for Marc Gasol.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Oladipo with a screen on Conley. And they call an illegal screen here.
The second half hasn't exactly gone according to plan for him. He had 1 turnover in the first half, but that number is growing much bigger now in the second.
Channing Frye's checked in for Orlando. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Memphis. Memphis leading by 10. Outside Conley. The dish to Lee. Kicks it to Randolph. From 18 feet away. Drained for 2 points.
Assisted.
32 points for Marc Gasol.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots.
Marc Gasol.
Tobias Harris, a combo forward, originally drafted by the Bucks out of Tennessee. I love his game. He does a little bit of everything and does it all well. He can handle. He shoots the bit from outside. Not sure what his best position is,
At the line,
but
shooting 2.
he's a quality player.
And Harris, to
Tobias
this point in his
Harris.
career, has fared better defending small forwards. But Stevie continues to get stronger.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what should help him inside as he continues to grow defensively. The stronger you are, the more effective you're going to be against those fours. And I think ultimately you'll be able to see Harris guard a lot of the fours in this league, particularly the stretch fours.
off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Well, Tobias Harris missing the first month and a half of last season with a high ankle sprain, and once he returned, it took him a while to get back into form, but Magic are hoping he can be a big piece for them moving forward.
Now here's Randolph. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gasol, and it's Memphis with another.
Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Here's Payton. Harris a screen on Conley. For 3, Fry. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists in the game.
And Harris now in his 4th season already, but still just 22 years old. Came into the league young, but has added some muscle to his frame. And, he's an underrated athlete. This guy's a really good all-around player. He has a 38-inch vertical at the NBA Finals.
You guys talk about Harris's athleticism, steadily improving too, Steve, as a rebound.
You know, and the opportunity for big minutes in Orlando, they bought out Glenn Davis last season, freeing up minutes for Harris to take that next step.
First free throw is good. You talk about players who either love or hate contact. Randolph, I think, is in his element. Clark leaning on people. He likes to feel other body.
Yeah, they love Zebo, they call him, don't they? He
Yes,
can get busy. Boy, I love watching him go to work. You know, he likes to be in the middle of contact. He gets to the rim. Whenever you lose contact if you're guarding him, he's not the most explosive guy, but he just points out that he can be highly skilled and a really good basketball player and not be an off-the-charts athlete.
He wears on his opponent, doesn't he? There's a lot of attrition.
I think he created that phrase, what was it, grit and grind? Grind for the Grizzlies, and that's how he played.
Harris misses. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Conley with it. Now Payton defending. Poke loose. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Grizzlies have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's Lee. Blocked. And they'll keep possession. Conley dishes to Prince. Pass to Randolph. Gasol tried to free himself up. And Zach Randolph, the bucket on the assist by Prince.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Randolph never really an above-the-rim player, but with his combination of strength and skill, he remains effective. Deft touch with that left hand.
Now here is Conley inside to Randolph. And he uses the glass on the lane. Randolph's got 5 points now this quarter.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Channing Frye, and the Memphis leads get down now to just 12 on the basket from Channing Frye.
And Randolph is able to post up or face up. And he's lethal either way. And that high arcing shot of his from mid-range, beautiful to watch, impossible to block. On that right block, he's doing work down there because he understands how to use that wide base of his to get separation. You know Gasol is playing well. He's got 10 rebounds and some big-time point production as well.
You just can't find fault with anything he's done here. The effort, the energy, his production, his defense, it's all there.
All hustle, non-stop effort from him all over that 94 by 50-foot box.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. For the most part today, they have been. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
Gets it down to single digits. Frye's got 9 points here in the second half. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Lee kicks to Conley. The feed to Randolph. Back to Conley. On the money from 12 feet away.
Probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Without question, Marc Gasol displaying his skills today.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
The Magic trail by 11. Payton passes to Oladipo. Inside to Vucevic. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
For Memphis, they've gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Conley with it. Randolph sets a screen for Conley. Lee outside. There's the triple. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Lee's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Payton kicks to Oladipo. Back to Payton. Passes it to Oladipo. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like all-star weekend out there. We know how much defense is played.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
On the all-star weekend, no D.
Conley dishes to Randolph. Six to shoot. Conley against Payton. Conley gets the bucket.
Well, you hate to see a guy suffer through a game like this, but his team is winning.
The Magic trail by 13. Payton outside to the paint. The rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Conley kicks to Gasol. Courtney Lee is on the wing, covered by Payton. Gasol, no good.
Still a close game here, though. That's surprising considering they're rarely grabbing any rebounds.
And Oladipo kicks to Vucevic, and stolen by Prince.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. A statement victory for the Grizzlies.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
They made the defense adjust by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
Well, guys, tonight they came in here, really dictated the terms of the engagement, which is very difficult to do as the visitors.
You're right. That's not usually the way things work in the NBA. It's a great win, and no question it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now, thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Payton outside. It's Oladipo on the wing. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
with the shot.
Probably just a case of too little, too late.
But at least they're still going after it and playing hard. It would have been very easy to throw in the towel a while ago.
Outside Conley. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Well, Mark, it certainly seemed like you guys came out early on with a mindset to seize control of this game. Was that your plan?
Oh, yeah.